Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently living in dire times. The world is uneasy, the world is unrestful. People don't know what to do, and governments aren't responding. People are just losing their minds at the thought that this may go on forever. And I fully acknowledge this thing, it's not getting better. In fact, it's only getting worse. Because Season 2 has just been announced.
I'm still in
by myself mode.
And I don't have a crew. It was tough to shoot this video. It's just me and one dude. But I had to because, to be honest, I have news. You know they say the best things, they always come in twos.
I mean, she's not wrong, people. Good things always come in twos. For example, she could shut down her YouTube channel and also shut down her late night television show.
You just got roasted! Yeah!
And no, I'm not calling for Lilly Singh or any of the late night television hosts to be deplatformed. That would be ridiculous. But what I am saying is, if all of the late night television shows wanted to get together and optionally choose to optionally shut down their late night television shows, I wouldn't have anything against it. And I'm just saying it, people, we should just have a late night television show Hunger Games, where we get all the hosts from the millions of late night television shows and put them in a ring and see who comes out on top. Every single one of them can have an individual power. For example, James Corden's power is the ability to confuse and boggle the mind. He's actually been doing it for a few years now by convincing the general public that he hasn't only had one good show.
Boom. Roasted.
And then obviously we've got Jimmy Kimmel, who, let's be real, people, he's been using his superpowers for a long time now. A little bit of the old, and you're basically a superhero as it is.
Boom. Roasted.
And then we've got, obviously, Lilly Singh, a wonderful human being who I would like to describe as a very funny, imaginative, wonderful woman. She actually is extremely funny, and I have no quarrels with her whatsoever. I think this woman is extremely funny. I don't think she makes any repetitive jokes, and I think she's really funny. She's...
A Little Late with Lilly is getting a second season. And you know, I've been keeping this secret for a while. But right now, it's time to celebrate.
Open Gangnam Style.
Hey, you're not wearing pants.
What do you mean?
We're moving the camera. This isn't a zoom yet.
I get it, because currently all middle-class workers who actually have a family and bills to pay and kids to feed are currently in Zoom meetings because they don't have as much money as Hollywood workers. And you know, sometimes in these Zoom meetings, they don't have their trousers on. Now, my personal secret is I actually don't wear trousers in any of my videos. My buttocks are constantly exposed.
Oh. Yo, do I even have pants?
See, I don't actually know what's worse here. The fact that Lilly got a second season of this, or the fact that Americans call these pants. These are not pants. These are pants. These are jeans. Please, can we stop calling them pants? Americans, pick up a dictionary. Americans, go to school. Actually, no, there's probably a few reasons an American wouldn't want to go to school. But yes, A Little Late with Lilly Singh has announced a brand new Season 2. Are you excited, people? Are you buzzing? Because I know I am. A second season of this show, and I can guarantee that Season 2 is absolutely poo. That was fucking disgusting. Oh, never let me touch poetry again. Shaky, I'm sorry.
Thou eth a moron, an absolute buffoon. You spit on my arts with no regard towards the legacy that I have established. Thou eth a joke to me.
Okay. Now, seriously, I do actually want to take a look at this announcement because there are plenty of videos in this situation that I want to talk about where Lilly Singh is speaking about Season 2. And I do just have to say, I do just have to use the forbidden word, the dangerous and disgusting word that is, this is a little bit cringe.
That if you have blessings, you don't build a higher fence, you build a longer table. Surprise! How are you? Oh my god, I think I ordered a painting from you. You did? Damn it!
I cannot believe my role model ordered a painting from me.
Oh, it's all wrapped all nice? Oh my god!
Okay, I'm just going to put my hands up here, people, and say I do feel a little bit bad because this is a nice gesture. What she's doing here is clearly a nice thing. And in the past, I've never actually said that I think she's a nasty person, that I don't think she's a nice person. She's clearly a normal and nice person, but I do just have to say, I don't think that that's...
Thank you.
is social distancing rules being implemented. I think right there is a breach of social distancing rules. There's a little bit of a connection there, and I don't think that's 2 meters. I don't. So Lilly Singh, you disgust me. How dare you? I will call the Twitter police. I will. Don't think I won't. I will call the Twitter police, and we will get your Twitter account suspended. Obviously, I'm joking. It's clearly a lovely gesture. What she does in this video is very nice. It's just a shame that the show is utter wank.
Ever since I moved to LA, I've had so many people approach me about joining this creepy, pervasive movement. It requires you to spend lots of money, dedicate hours of your time, and put yourself through immense physical torture. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called exercise.
And okay, going back to the actual video now, the most of this video is actually just her being nice and giving things out and singing.
I gotta stay home, so we gon' throw a house party. Bust up my turntables and let's get this ish started.
Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. But it does explain this. You know, there is still time to delete this. There is still time to delete this post. Click that little button right there, that little X marker, and then click delete. There's still time. You can do it. I believe in you. Now, as I said earlier in this video, Lilly has released multiple videos on the social medias talking about how proud she is of this show.
Yo, Lily, what's up, girl? It's Lily. Hello, Lily. It's Lily.
And I'm going to be honest here, full non-joke, I think she has the full right to be proud, because I don't believe there has ever been another late night television show hosted by a YouTuber on an actual television network. I don't think another YouTuber has ever gotten a season 2 of these shows. I can actually fully admit that is pretty impressive. No, that is impressive. So I'm just going to say she's got the full right to be proud of herself, and I'm not going to take that away from her. I would never take away anyone's achievement if it's something like this, if it's something which is just genuinely built up from what she succeeded upon in the past, and that's clearly what it is here. In a video titled My Honest Thoughts About My Late Night Show, she says that she did 90 shows in 3 months, which is actually kind of insane. That seems like a show every single day for 3 months. That sounds horrendous. So I do just have to say, we're gonna give a little clap for A Little Late with Lilly Singh. The show sucks, but well done. And in this video, she actually surprisingly takes on a little bit of criticism that people have had towards the show, in a way. Kind of. No. I'm not gonna lie to you. She doesn't do that.
One of the things I pride myself in is my self-awareness. I think I'm pretty good at being self-aware, and so I can truthfully sit here and tell you that there were some episodes of the show where I was like, oh, this is amazing, I love this, and there were other episodes where I was like, this ain't it. I am well aware.
Now, to me personally, and I think to you guys as well, it seems pretty clear that Lilly Singh fully acknowledges that there are people out there who have made criticism towards her show. The people that have critiqued her for allegedly stealing jokes, for allegedly having a fake audience, for having low ratings, and also having low viewership. I think Lilly has seen these things, and this is her way of responding to it. And I'm glad she's saying that she realizes this whole thing hasn't been amazing. In fact, I can't really think of a time where it actually has been amazing, but, you know, fair enough. No one's going to come out and say, yes, this thing I worked tirelessly on is terrible, but at least she puts some level of acknowledgement there. And shockingly enough, it does just progress to the point of showing that Lilly Singh most likely can't take any criticism unless it's from her friends or 12-year-old stan accounts. I mean, she has done things like this in the past.
Oh my god, one more of these ads in my feed, and I'm deleting YouTube. Who was like, oh hey, let's give the most unfunny person ever a show.
Now, I fully acknowledge this is a joke. This is a comedic take on hate comments. But what I would love to see her do is do a little bit of a boogie, a little bit of a dance to people exposing her for allegedly stealing jokes and allegedly telling the audience to laugh. That would be a fine old boogie.
We want to make sure
that we're being as loud and excited as possible, because sometimes when people are watching at home, if they don't hear laughter, then they might think it's not that funny.
But to be honest, I do feel like all of these videos here are basically there to deflect criticism and just play it off as hate comments. But to be honest, it's not like that's a thing exclusive to Lilly Singh. I'm pretty sure most creators and most influencers and most famous people in the world are pretty good at doing that.
The truth is, it was my season 1 of doing something brand new, and season 1 Lilly reminded me a lot like first YouTube video Lilly. You know, everything takes time and takes practice, and the reason I communicate this is really just to say I'm proud of season 1, but I know there's a lot to improve on. And so when you give me feedback, like, why doesn't she have this guest on her show? Why isn't she doing this?
I don't believe that Lilly Singh genuinely believes that these are the criticisms made towards her. I don't think anyone out there cares that Lilly Singh has Daisy Ridley on her show. If anything, that's actually quite a cool thing. I think the actual critiques made towards Lilly are over the fact that she has the same jokes in every single episode of her show, and when they're not the same jokes, she then gets exposed for allegedly stealing jokes. And also, I think a lot of people out there are mad at the fact that she apparently has a fake audience. Now, when I started YouTube, I didn't go into this thinking, I need to buy views, I need to buy subscribers, I need to get a fake audience, because I think that is exactly the same thing as having a fake audience in a live show. You're telling yourself that it's funny by telling people to laugh, and I'm telling myself that I have a viewership by buying fake views. Obviously, I've never done that. I just grinded and made videos and thankfully built up a small audience. So in this video, she doesn't respond to any criticism whatsoever, and I'm not even saying that she has to. I've always been under the firm belief that if a creator wants to respond, they can, but we shouldn't force them to. If they don't want to, then fair enough, we can make opinions on our own. But I would actually love to hear her opinions on the video made about her possibly having a fake audience. That would be a very interesting thing to hear. And maybe she will speak about it one day. Probably not.
So many times I've been tempted to respond to comments like, why isn't this person on your show? And I'm like, it's because of their schedule. It's because they have a PR team that does this. Why aren't you playing this game on your show? Because legally we can't do that. Why aren't you doing more sketches? Because when I shoot one for my YouTube channel, it's this much money. And when you shoot it for the show, it's this much money. There are so many things I have learned, and I feel like going into season 2, what I'm really excited about is taking all that knowledge, all the times I've made mistakes and stumbled and was confused. Now I know all that stuff. I still have a lot to learn, but I know some stuff now.
Again, I don't believe these are real critiques made towards you. I even went up and searched a possibility about people getting mad at her having specific guests on her show, and it just came up with clips from her own show. No criticism. I then went onto Twitter and I searched, why did you have this guest on Twitter? And then I put her Twitter handle, and shock horror, nothing came up. Lilly, I don't think anybody out there is mad that you had John Cena on your show. Okay, maybe we do. Maybe we do have one problem that's got a problem with this. What is this? What is this? Maybe we have a problem. Maybe we do. But we don't need to talk about that, because I would rather not actually talk about that, because at the ending of this, she actually does finally address hate videos.
Since I announced my show, my profile grew, and as a result, everything in my life increased. Everything from my publicity to paparazzi trying to take pictures of me, to invasions of my privacy, to people sending me loving tweets, to people sending me mean tweets, to people sending me letters about how much the show means to them, to people making hateful YouTube videos about me. More support, more homophobia.
Yes. Homophobia, a very common trait of an iNabber television video, a bi-internet commentator. Obviously, that's all of my criticism. No, I think most of the criticism made towards you is based on the things that I've said in this video. Yes, there are probably some there are disgusting and awful people out there, but to dismiss these videos as just homophobia, that's so strange to me. I'm almost offended, but I know that I'm not doing that in my videos, so I'm not gonna be offended. But I do know that these creators immediately see videos like mine and other criticism-based videos and think that these are immediately hate videos. So I do just not understand what she's even trying to say here. Obviously, it's probably just a joke. Like, I'm not going to exactly get offended by it, but it's just confusing. And then again, it does just seem like another strange way to deflect criticism. I'd rather you just dance to these videos rather than say that. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm not dismissing anyone's experience with actual real hatred on this platform. I do just think that none of these criticism-based videos contain any form of homophobia or mainly any form of prejudice in general. I think it's a pretty weird way to describe these videos. And as I said, I'm sure there probably are some horrible and hateful videos out there, and thankfully YouTube will most likely remove them, but I think all of these videos are completely fine. These are critique-based videos, people making videos for jokes. These videos are fine, but I will just leave this to the comment section to discuss what do you think about this, what your opinions on this are. I personally think when it comes to the actual season 2, this will be the last season. I really can't see it. She said she made 90 episodes in 3 months because of potential budget issues or scheduling issues. I think that there's something going on there where it shows that her show isn't necessarily much of a priority. But again, 6'2" me is going to be the bigger man, and yes, I am 6'2". Do not argue with that.
Look at me, I'm like a beast.
Some people think I'm 5'5". I have 5'5" energy. I'm 6'2". I'm the big man. And I'm going to say, congratulations on season 2. I'm sorry if I've ruined some of your guys' days by announcing this to you. But yes, there is a season 2. And the world is just getting worse and worse. But that is the ending of this video. Please don't forget to like this video and get it to 25,000 likes, and if you do, I will actually start uploading on this channel. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I would very much appreciate it, and also, go join my Discord. We have plenty of conversations in there. Go join it right now. If you don't, I will not be your friend, and if you do, I will be your friend. And also, social medias, iNabber69 at Twitter, and iNabber9000 on Instagram. I live stream, I tweet, it's all there. Thank you so much for coming along to this video, and I will see you maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Have a nice day. Take it easy and stay safe.